Welcome to another episode of FM26 here on Football Manager, and we are going to continue with our Sheffield United save. So, to recap a little bit, we've been going through setting up the game. We haven't actually played any matches yet, but we have set up some aspects of the save, including starting to look at some staff transfers. So that some of them will come in soon, I hope. And we've set up some also recruitment focuses. Did I set up all of them? These were created not by me. Okay, fine. And also, if you go to transfers in, we've set up a few requirements as well. So we've got some responses from those, so we can start going through some of those. I'm hoping whatever we... Sorry, I'm just looking at this. This has changed, I think. I'm hoping that these players will also pop up in our database as well. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it in a moment. For now, let's go and answer our press conference. Now, from my experience, the press conference for the other save that I do in my Hereford channel was just one journalist asking all the questions. I'm hoping this is going to be different this time around, and there'll be more journalists. But at the top it says one journalist only, or one journalists in this case. So maybe the clubs are so small that only one journalist is there, but I was under the impression that it's not a press conference, that's just an interview, right? So let's see what they ask us then. What does it feel like to be the new Sheffield United manager? We're not going to be here for a long time, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to go with this one because my manager actually doesn't have a lot of training. Do you feel the expectations asked of you this season are fair? If the club is really progressed towards the higher reaches of the game, everybody has to be ambitious. I'm very happy with the direction we're going in. Everyone at the club wants to be the best they can be. I'm going to say that. Sheffield United targeted you as their number one choice and clearly felt you were outstanding candidate for the job. What do you bring for the table? I'm going to go with hard work. I'm not reading all of these out loud because my voice actually hurts today. I've got a bit of a sore throat, so I'm not doing all of the reading out loud today. If you've met the players already, what has their reaction been? I'm going to say only very briefly. I can't comment properly on the mood. I'm going to say that. What can Sheffield United players expect from you in training? We have to work hard. We need to be prepared to come to work. I think I'm going to work smarter, not harder for this one. What was in Sheffield United that appealed so much to you? Huge club. Tremendous potential, development. It's pretty good. I think this one, it's all about development. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. What was it about this job in particular that appealed to you? For me personally, it comes at the perfect time. I want to work at the very top of the sport, and this job helps me work toward that achievement. I think I'm going to go with this one. I do want to develop as a manager, so that fits with my goals. Do you have any plans for your backroom team? I need people around me who I can trust. Do not work hard. Okay, I'm gonna go with that one. Alright, not as long as the one I had for Hereford, so I'm kind of pleased with that, because sometimes these press conferences can be a little bit too long. So I'm going to press the spacebar. I don't think I've actually pressed the spacebar. I've always clicked on the button, so I'm going to press the spacebar, see what happens. It did continue. There was a bit of a glitch between that pop-up coming up. Other than that, Star is excited. Star excited about a new challenge. I'm not Star, am I? Oh, my name is Star. Sure. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Training review. Okay, that's fine. Let's continue. Press spacebar again, just to see if that throws up any issues. Right, we've got quite a few things. So this is one of our new coaches. Let's accept. Okay, accept. Recommendations, requirements, recommendations. Okay, so we've got a few recommendations from... Who's making this recommendation? Aaron Little, who's he? He's our director of football. Okay. So, okay, so he's making a few... So he gives you things like current ability, potential ability, pros and cons, transfer value. So I won't go into these in detail right now. I'm going to continue for a couple more days. And this is another member staff who's... See, I don't like this about the new Football Manager, is that it doesn't present to you the earliest message. It presents to you the latest message, and then you work your way down the list, which is kind of the opposite of what I think should be in the game. But anyway, I also don't like how the spacebar doesn't go through the messages. You have to use the up and down arrow. It's just using an extra key. I'll do like reading all of the messages, not in detail. I skip in FM24 and previous versions. I used to skip a lot of messages, but I'd still like to tick them off as read, if you see what I mean, individually. Okay, so we have a new coach. How are we doing for staff now? We've got a full members of staff. We still need a set piece coach. Let's go to training and coaches. And what I'll do now is go to this guy. Attacking. Okay. It doesn't give you a tick box either. It should give you a tick box, but it doesn't. Which is a bit unfortunate. Okay. So I'm basically looking after all the other bits. Soon I'll have a set piece coach, so that'll be taken care of by someone else, but at the moment I'm doing all of these. I could split some of these guys across, but I'd rather them focusing on one thing, and then as the club grows we can ask for more coaches. In fact, let's try to see how that works. So if we go to board requests, board members, board requests, I'm going to go for staff, and I'm going to go for coaches. Okay, acknowledge and move on. How about facilities? Can we ask for start a course? Yes. Okay. And what else can I ask for? See, the menus are broken. They sort of overlap on top of each other. That's not great. I'm going to ask for increased youth recruitment. And that's it. Those are my 3 requests for today. They probably won't grant those, just because usually when you're a new coach a new manager to the club, they don't really say yes to stuff, but we'll ask anyway. Right, so we've got the new coach. We'll just wait to see if the set piece coach will join as well. And then we'll turn our focus to having a look at transfers, player transfers. Recruitment analyst, yes, thank you. Under 21s coach. I don't actually have access to under 21s coaches. It's a bug within the game, a known bug within the game, that you won't, you don't really see what vacancies you have. Oh, set pieces. This is what we've been waiting for. Okay. That's great. We've got a recruitment analyst. We've got the set piece coach. Why is it being blocked? Okay, we'll look at that later. Right. So, let's look at tactics again. Training again. And now we have the set piece coach there. Okay. So now we have some goalkeeping coach is really good. Fitness coaching is okay. And we've got a set piece coach, a possession technique, and we've got an attack tactical, and then I'm covering all the rest. So what we're going to do next, let's have a look at our transfers in. 54 responses, that's good. Did I make requirements for all of them? Yes, I did. Just reminding myself. Recruitment focus. Okie dokie. Do we have some vacancies that I haven't accounted for? So let's have a look at that. Head of performance analyst. Okay. Chief scout. Head of sports science. So head of performance, chief scout, head of sports. Let's go to recruitment, staff transfers. Chief scout is coming. Head of sports science is coming. Is the head performance analyst. I must have given the wrong contract to someone. Alright, so let's go back to database. And we're going to edit this. Oh yeah, and one thing that has been pointed out to me is that you can't save your searches, and yeah, it appears to be correct so far. Right, so we're looking for head of performance analyst, and we're looking for these attributes. Okay. So we're going to go with our custom view. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, let's see if I can approach the sign again. Ah, there we go. So let's lock that in. Non-negotiable. Lower. And finalize the deal. Exit. Okay, cool. Now, so let me load up this screen. We've made some notes of the players that we need, but I need to assess my squad first. So this is what I always do. It is a little bit harder in FM26 because, first of all, you can't save your searches, as far as I'm aware. So this is going to become quite difficult. Right, so what we need then in this window is we want all ages, and we want actually, before we start, we want to add a condition for club. So club contains Sheffield. Apply. And then, actually, I need to include Sheffield. Alright. Alright, Sheffield, nice, okay. So that's not considered. That will expand it a little bit. Nice, okay. So that's the first one. Then we want to add a condition for all ages. Oh, actually puts it below. Alright, okay. This is a bit broken, I think. And then we also want to add a position. So we're going to start with goalkeepers. Goalkeeper, goalkeeper. Alright, so we want to go for that. Natural goalkeeper, and I'm going to keep all these very strict. So normally in other saves I might do like a partial thing. So if I apply that, you'll see we got other goalkeepers that can be used, but because I'm going to stick very harshly to the tactic, I might be a bit more strict with these. Shall I? Yeah, I think so. Okay, natural, yes, and yes. Okay, and that means also we hopefully can transfer some players out. So at the moment, oh yeah, what else I want to do? I want to pick attributes, and we're going to go for the attacking role, goalkeepers. And for all of our players, I'm going to add acceleration, even though it's not really all that relevant to the goalkeepers, but I'm going to do it anyway. Jumping reach and aerial reach. Obviously heading is not that relevant to goalkeepers. I can just demonstrate that by, if I lower this, if I now add heading, she disappears. That's because it's not a goalkeeping attribute. So if I add heading, and even if I lower it to 1, oh actually, she has 3 heading, so it must be there somewhere in the profile. Let's have a look. It's not. I don't see it in the profile, but it must be hidden then. Okay. I'm not going to add heading for goalkeepers because that's just ridiculous. If they can head it, they can actually reach higher by lifting their arms. So, yeah. Okay. I'm even debating taking away acceleration and pace, especially pace. If I do that, can we go higher? Yeah, I think it's okay. Acceleration and pace. Yeah, that'll be alright. Okay, so we've got Charlotte. Now another thing you can't do, you can't copy the name straight away like you could in Football Manager. One way around is to go by set nickname, copy it there, and then, oh, I copied it in the wrong way. Copy there, confirm. Okay, and because it doesn't, this is another feature that I don't like in Football Manager. It doesn't have the plus and minus here, so I don't remember the number. So 7, at least 7. So she has at least 7 in all the attributes that I wanted to have. Okay. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is, before I change all this, I'm going to go to Sheffield and toggle that. Apply. And then I'm going to go to any transfer or loan who is at least doubtful. And it brings up a few more women. So we're going to up this up. And we're going to look at that. So we got Anna King that we haven't fully scouted yet. And we got Comfort as well that we haven't fully scouted yet. Can I scout these two? Scout player. Scout until fully known. Okay. That will be a financial cost. Oh, hang on. Have I set my range? Scouting range. I haven't. I haven't set my scouting range, and I don't want to spend all of my money on my scouting range, so I'm going to leave it like that. And instead, I'm going to scout these players. So let's scout until fully known. Yes, and we'll come back to make bids because we don't know them yet. All right, moving on to the DR situation. So we're going to swap it to that, and we want to have fullback, toggle back Sheffield. And we're going to have defense, fullback. He already has pace and acceleration. I want to add jumping reach. And I want to add heading. All of my players need to have jumping reach and heading because of the type of tactic that I'm using. I'm going to press apply for now. Change that to not considered. Alright. It's a lot of clicking in FM26 to do the same thing you used to do before with only a couple of clicks in FM24. It appears we don't have anyone on the club that can do that. Partial. Okay, we have 2 girls who play fullback. Okay. Alright, apply. The changes to look at other players. Sheffield. God, okay, we only have 1 girl out there that can do it. Off the bat. 8. And we know her quite well. Okay, so we are ready to make a bet for her. Only sign county as a last resort. How does she compare? Comparison with... Oh, I don't remember the names of my other players. Let's go to squad. And who did we have? We had Sophie and Libby, sorry. Sophie and Libby. Libby. Okay, Libby's way more well-rounded. Like, way more. I apologize. My upstairs neighbor is very, very noisy and very sweary. So if you can hear that, I sincerely apologize for that. There have been many complaints. Right, so I think Abby might be better than Sophie. But I don't get it. This has changed completely for Abby. Technique, vision, acceleration, crossing. Have those changed as well? Sophie. Hang on. Which one's the green? Which one's the blue? I'm getting quite confused. Okay. This is broken, I think, this screen. Right? Because green should be Abby. Because everything else is green and it's on the left side. But if you change the player to Sophie, all of a sudden the green value's changed. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's see if we can make a offer for her. You know, she's not great, but she fits the criteria. I'm a bit worried about this. Only sign county as a last resort. Transfer. Okay, she doesn't have a permanent contract. So she might be a good. This might be a good way for the club to make a little bit of extra money. Because remember, we're a little bit low. Okay. I'm curious. I'm a little sad to hear you're only curious. Okay. That's fine. We're actually going to make an offer. So, let's see if she'll accept a youngster. Suggest. Ah. Okay, finalize. Lovely. Negotiate contract. I would like to not be tied into all of these things. Suggest. How about clean sheets and a year extension? Suggest. Okay. How about just appearance bonus? Suggest. How about that? Suggest. Come on. Alright, finalized deal. That's fine. Alright, so we've got one transfer in. Abby. I know she doesn't look great, but I think she fits the criteria of what we're going for. Actually, it wouldn't be in there yet. Let's cut that. We're gonna go down here into bids. Bids. Okay, and we're saying that she fits into the criteria of 8. Alright, so that's, you can have a look this way. How I sort of pick and make the squad up is a little bit different from what I'm going to do in the Hereford Save in my other channel, Vanilla FM. But it's very similar. What I might do to make it less boring for everyone watching is I might do some of these off camera and get some extra players scouted as well. Just to kind of move on the game a little bit so we can actually look at a match, hopefully soon. But yeah, thanks so much for watching until the end, and see you next one. Take care. Bye-bye.